Hello, everybody. It's your girl Bianca. And it is officially week 22 since I have began this weight loss journey. I don't know if you guys can tell a little bit by my face. Oh, my stomach is hurting. So this will be a very quick video because my stomach is hurting. And I'll open up a little bit about that because but today I weighed in at 326 pounds. So that's a total of around 75 pounds that I've lost since April 11th. I'm extremely ecstatic about that. Still can't give these up. I'm trying really hard about that, but it's been extremely tough. But in other news, it's funny. I was talking to like some of my coworkers today, and and I was looking at some pictures of me. Well, my boyfriend, because we're back together. He had like some pictures of me of last year, and we were just going through them, and I was just looking at them, and I was just like, oh my God, God, like, I looked horrible, and in my opinion, and I'm starting to really notice the changes, and that's like one of the most exciting parts of this whole journey. Just a few days ago, I hit a point where I felt like, oh my God, I'm so tired of eating healthy. And, and I also got discouraged because there was this girl that I was following on Instagram, and, she was encouraging me because of the amount of weight that she was losing. She had lost about 70 pounds and, came from pretty high numbers like myself. And when I noticed that she had put a post out there saying that she was going to, she had the sleeve surgery, the weight loss surgery. And so it's like, I got a little defeated, but I went to a meeting last night, and, they picked my spirits right back up, because it's like, everybody, you have to find what works for you. Before I started this journey, I was at the point in my life where I was really considering weight loss surgery. And I told myself, I'm going to give this thing one, I'm not even going to say one last try, because this is the most effort I've ever put towards actually trying to lose this weight for myself. All the other times it was like, maybe a week I would do good and I would lose 12 pounds. And then I would, get to the weekend and say, I'm going to treat myself because I did good all week, yada, yada, yada. And then that weekend would turn into months and turn into years. And so I never really, gave it as much effort, or like I would like try to work myself out to death. And, I'm telling you, I still haven't quite gotten to that point where I can incorporate, working out. And I know if I did, my results would be so much better. But that just goes to show you that, even if you start at like extremely high numbers, if you just learn to take care of eating correctly, you will be able to lose the weight, period. Because I've been to the gym like maybe 3 times since April. I've like went to play basketball, and I do a little walking because I have a pet, but nothing extreme. And I've still managed to lose 75 pounds. But yeah, so back to this work thing. So I was like, talking to my coworker about some of this stuff, and he is a personal trainer, and it was so it was just funny because I was like telling him about like how I've been looking at pictures and I could really see a difference, and yada yada yada. And he was like, well, 75 pounds is a good difference. You've lost a body, like a a small child, right? And I just like started cracking up laughing because I need to hear those things. I need to hear encouragement because sometimes I get in my head and I know that if I were to give up today, that by January I would be back to 401.2 pounds. And I absolutely do not want that. I don't want that anymore. So yeah. And about my stomach. So I've been having some issues with like my digestive. I guess my digestive system, or just to be frank, I've been having problems, having bowel movements. And like to the point where I'm like desperate. Like I've tried Fiber One. Well, that's all I've tried. I've tried Fiber One, and I eat vegetables every day. I eat salad every day. I drink water. I could probably drink more. I could probably drink more water because I know I need to drink more water. So what I do now, like every morning, I just have like some black coffee, and that usually helps me with the bowel movement. But I don't drink coffee any other time of the day except early in the morning with my breakfast. And so yesterday I had this bright idea. Oh, actually, I also tried magnesium citrate. That didn't work for me. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Ruffy. Thank you. So I tried this thing called suppository, and I don't know if you know what a suppository is, but it's like this a waxy bullet-looking thing that you insert into your rectal cavity, and my stomach was, oh my god, it was like one of the worst feelings in the world. Won't be taking that anymore. But my doctor told me I could do stuff like chia seeds or flax seeds. Try to take some more fiber supplements to help get that squared away. But at this point, I'm thinking about going to go see a specialist. One of the things that I have received from learning to take care of myself is, I'll go to the doctor more. Like before, I would, don't get me wrong, I would always go to the gynecologist because, you got to take care of your girl. But as far as like going to go get physicals or like, just going to go see a primary care doctor was not really one of my favorite things to do because, what do they always tell you if you're a big person? You're fat. But they don't necessarily say that, but they say, hey, you need to lose weight. You need to stop smoking. And, so I just rather not. I just wouldn't like to be in that space. In fact, last week I had to go to the hospital because my chest was hurting, and I just wanted to make sure I wasn't having a heart attack. Me in the past would have just kept self-medicating, taking aspirin, taking Tylenol, drinking water, praying to God, hoping that things get better. But now I'm at the point where I listen to my body. If my body feels overworked, or if I can't really identify, where a pain is coming from that I don't normally experience, I'm going to go get it checked out. So, self-love, it comes when you're trying to, take care of your temple. So, yeah, I'm also going on vacation on Monday, the 17th. I'll be going to the Bahamas. I have a little anxiety around that because I live on I think this is the East Coast. Yep, I live on the East Coast. I live in D.C. or Maryland, and Hurricane Florence is, trying to, mosey her way on down, and, I've been a little stressed out about that. Florence has got Helen and Isaac coming right after, and, it's hurricane season. So the thought of like getting on a plane and going to an island during hurricane season in the Atlantic where a lot of hurricanes form, has, caused me a little distress. But at the same time, I know that, I know that I have God. God is on my side. He's always taking care of me. Hell, He's taking care of me because He's let me make it to 401.2 pounds and not have any major health problems. So I'm grateful. I know He's in my life. I know He is always protecting me. Each time I have to get on a plane, I'm scared. And, I always say to myself, like, I think of a plane as like, like when a little child has a toy plane and they're like, they go all crazy with the plane. I think of, God having the plane that I'm on as His toy in His hand. And yes, sometimes there may be a little turbulence, but at the same time, I know He has my back. I know He has my best interest at heart, and I trust Him, and I'll be okay. So, and we're gonna go grocery shopping, and I'm gonna bring my scale, and I'm gonna bring like, canned vegetables, and I'm just gonna make sure that I'm prepared because, that's another beautiful thing about, giving up the bad foods that you're eating and taking care of yourself is that you get to actually enjoy life. Before, when people would ask me like, hey, do you want to go out here or you want to go out there, my thought is, okay, well, what are we going to eat? What they got to eat, to the point where you don't even get to experience or enjoy the people that are around you, because you're so focused on what you're going to eat. So I really feel like I am going to take the time to enjoy this trip. I have got to go jet skiing. That is one of the things that I've already put on the map. I'm going jet skiing, and I just plan on, you know, enjoying the sun if there is any, and if there isn't, I'm gonna go out there anyway, because you only live once, you only get one life, and you deserve to take time to enjoy, you know, whatever you can, whether it just be like sitting home or like having dinner out on the back porch and enjoying Mother Nature, or I absolutely agree with you. Yeah, self-love is definitely important. I mean, yeah, I think that there were times, back when I was 401.2 pounds, I wasn't, I just wasn't taking care of myself. Um, Great, 90 pounds. Wonderful, wonderful. Absolutely, absolutely great. Keep going, keep fighting. But yeah, I wasn't taking care of myself. There were times where I would just like seriously be in the house depressed, like just watching show after show after show after show, not wanting to take a shower, or, just not even wanting to step outside of the house. Like my off days, I just sat in the house and did nothing. Um, because as I kind of like opened my eyes and realized what I was doing to myself, I realized that I didn't feel comfortable with like going out or like being in crowds, because in my head people were looking at me, or people, were talking about me, or and that not might may have not even really been the case, but in my head this is what was going on. And that's what matters most, is what you think about yourself. And so this is, another reason why I'm doing this, to change the way I think about myself, to change the way I feel when I look in that mirror. Like, you know, I'm still not at the point where I can look, I look in the mirror and I'm like, damn girl, but I look in my mirror and I say, okay, there's progression there. I take pictures to remind myself of where I came from. And that's also why I'm taking these blogs, because, I can see the changes in my face. And just to, have something to reflect back on. Because I want to remember these moments. Like, I want to remember these moments so that when I finally get there, I can look back at these videos and say, you know what? Look at that girl that I used to be. I'm still me, but in a, maybe a different body. But it'll remind me of what I never want to go back to. Because, people that come from numbers like myself, we're the type of people that, like, there are a lot of people who are doing the same thing that I'm doing and that's in the program that I'm doing. And I've heard of a lot of people who have like came, lost 150 pounds or 100 pounds, and they decided that they thought they were okay, and they could just take this thing on their own and tweak the meal plan the way they wanted to and had it under control. And then 2 years later, they've gained all the weight that they've lost and more. And I do not want to be that person. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to have to start this journey over. And honestly, I feel like if I ever was to get to that point, I don't think I would ever let myself reach 401.2 pounds again, because it just, my life was so small, and life is opening up for me. Like, it really is. But I'm going to get back to work. So it has been lovely talking to you all. And, just keep your head up. Keep being open-minded. Keep loving yourself. Keep putting yourself first. Because a lot of us are people pleasers. And we're not going to get anywhere in life trying to please everyone, especially if you're not trying to please yourself. Self-love is important. If you have any questions for me, like, comment, subscribe, or message me. I'm always available. Have a great weekend, and guys, stay safe if you're on the East Coast.